Aw, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. Hey, we're doing our recap of Kids College. Today was our first week, and it went well. We had a couple last minute sign-ups overnight, and I'm glad because two of them signed up were kids from last year, and they also used to come to Community Art Space. So those are my buds, and I was actually kind of shocked to see them not on the roster last night when I got it. I don't know how many kids there are. I think there's... This is my current hyperfixation song. Did I not bring the... Oh, there they are. I was watching Virgin River again the other day. Yeah, I have to fix my Netflix. I have to update my debit card. Anyway. Right. It went good. I don't know how many kids we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 kids. Plus Niall. And there might be 2 more registrations, another 2 from last year. I was talking to their mom, or one of their moms, their cousins, this week, and I thought they were signed up, so I was like, why aren't they signed up? But anyway, so we have 4 from last year so far out of that group. The youngest is 6, not including Niall. Niall's 5. So yeah, it was good. I'm happy with the layout. We have, yeah, it's just anytime you get kids together, it's interesting to see the dynamic. Yeah, so everyone was really self-directed. There were a couple times I had to remind a couple, but I think that's just who they are. There was one who had a pretty intense attitude, and then he started talking about music, because I have them write down their 3 favorite songs so we can make a playlist. I'm going to work on this. Also, there's a few more things that they want that we didn't have or that we need. So I'm going to get some of that stuff. I'm going to take my sewing machine. A couple of the girls from last year want to work on sewing, so I'm like, yeah, I'll bring it. I'm like, I don't know how to use it. If I did, I would make my own clothes. So we might get to learn together. But yeah, everyone was really good. I'm happy with the layout. Everyone was very self-directed. The boys, there was just 2 boys I had to remind a few times to like keep working. But one of them is the youngest, and then the other one is, he wasn't really feeling it, and then he started talking to me about songs, and he likes all the same bands that I like grew up on. I was like, dude, you know, so that got him to respect me, which is good, because until that point, he was kind of like, I don't want to be here. And then we were talking about, music. So I'm like, oh, your parents listen to cool music. He's like, it's my dad. And I'm like, well, your dad and I would probably be friends. Like Rage Against the Machine and Limp Bizkit and shit. So I was like, I'll put some of that on the playlist, He kept quizzing me on bands. It was cute. I'm like, yeah, I know that band. He's like, how do you know these bands? I'm like, I grew up on that. Your fucking parents' age. Alright? But it was really cute. I'm happy with the group. We have a birthday for tomorrow. She was having a birthday. I'm like, do you want us to sing? She was like, no. There were 2 that were wearing like almost the exact same outfit and had the same hairstyle. And so I'm like, I don't want to get you confused. But I think I've already got everyone's names figured out. So yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of redirection because it's a very different environment than school because everyone's used to doing the same thing, just differently. And so this is like a lot of freedom. So for people who aren't really self-directed, I think there are going to be some challenges with that, but it's just going to be quick reminders, right? And I said that today already because I had to keep reminding these 2 boys. I'm just like, your parents paid for you to be here, right? You need to use this space and the things available to you while you're here. There's not like a lot of rules, but you just need to be doing something. We're not just gonna come here and sit, right? So I think it's gonna be good. I just wanted to report back. It's a big group. Last year I did have that relationship with those folks in town, but so I did have another adult around, but we didn't really have any problems. Niall got a little bit finicky and kind of disrespectful. He was playing with the chairs and kind of getting in people's space. Also, I'm pretty sure he liberated all the balloons that I put in the goodie bags. So I told everyone I'd get them more balloons. And Niall was also playing with the Polaroid a little too much, so I had to take that away. Other than that, though, I think it's really hard for Niall to be in spaces with a lot of kids because he is nonverbal, and we just don't do this unless it's something that I put together. But it's been a whole year since he's been around kids like this. So I think he has a hard time with mommy giving attention and also just feeling left out. But we're working on that. He also, once I told him to chill out, I think he was getting overwhelmed, so I moved him to his wagon. I like to keep the wagon available as like a little sensory spot. But yeah, it was good. The girls are very self-directed. It's just like the 3 boys, including my own. The other boy is good to go. He's not an ish. But it's a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and an 8-year-old boys. But the 8-year-old is the one with the music, so I'm hoping he chills out. And then the 6-year-old and Niall were also kind of playing because they're the same size, so Niall was excited. So there were just a couple boundary things, but it happens anytime kids get together, so I think it went really well. My oldest, I think, is 15. So it's a good group. So from 5 to 15, there's a lot that happens in that 10 years. But it was cool. I'm happy that I have the 4 from last year to kind of help support other kids. I'm really happy that they signed up because I bought those button makers for one of those girls, pretty much, because she just wanted to make all the buttons last year. She came to Community Art Space. She just loves making buttons. So when I was thinking of her when I bought those button makers. So when I didn't see her last night, I was like, no. But then they showed up on the roster this morning. So I was like, yay. And I told her, like, Kai, I got these for you. So we're going to get a couple more materials. We're going to go over button making next week. I asked them today, we had like a little chat after everyone was working on their bags and their stuff. And I asked them if they wanted to do like because there's only like 4 different things that they need supervision or like a lesson in, which is the button making, the leather stamping, the linoleum carving, and the wood burning. We're not doing tie-dye this year. I don't have it in me, and I think everyone from last year was like, yeah, let's not. But we do have all those fabric markers, so I am going to take t-shirts for them to decorate themselves, but only if they want to. They don't have to. But the girls, so there's like a girl table and then there's like a girl and boy table, how they split up. So the girl table was very self-directed. That's where the 4 from last year were sitting with a couple other girls. I just let them choose what they want. But I think it went really well. I really do. Everyone was cleaning up. I kept reminding them. I kept doing a countdown. I think I could probably pull back on that a little bit because they were like trying to challenge me with math and stuff. And I'm like, yes, we have that much time left, but I want to talk for a few minutes. So we only have this much time to keep working on it anyway. It's logistics. So we need black Sharpies, metallic pens. I have metallic pens, but we got a request for a different kind. So I'm going to check it out and see. Charcoal, I have some charcoal and he doesn't want me to buy anymore, but I'm going to buy it because the charcoal I have were donations. The sewing machine, balloons, paper towels, and wipes. That's what I need. Other than that, they were like super stoked. Kaya I think she was the only one that actually started like a second project. She's very self-directed from last year. She, grabbed a canvas and started doing some shit. So I'm glad. That's what I want them to do. It's a 2-hour block, so they can do whatever the fuck they want. But it went well. It went well. I think I'm just thinking about those boys, but I had a problem with the boys last year too. The boys have little attitudes, mine included. I'm not Niall too. I already know Niall's a little different, but the boys just, I don't know what it is about the boys in art. It took a long time to get these boys to participate. They just kind of sat there. So I don't know what that is. Is it because there's more girls in the room? I don't know. But I feel like we got over, I think we're gonna, once we get the playlist put together and once it's more like you don't have to do the same project, it's good. I just haven't been around kids. I'm exhausted and I'm just reflecting. It's a lot. I'm not used to talking that loud or that much, so but it went well. I'm happy. I'm grateful. It's a good sized group, and I don't think I would have been able to do it by myself last year, so I feel comfortable this year. We got SpongeBob SquarePants, How the Lives in the Bottom of the Sea, Who Lives, that's one of the songs. Dance Monkey, If I Were a Boy, Dance the Night. Beautiful Things, One Kiss, Darth Vader. I only know this because he told me Darth Vader's theme song. Neon Moon, One Band Man, Should Have Been a Cowboy. We have a country fan in our midst. Lovers Rock, Saturn's Bars, Dum Dum. I don't know these songs. Cooking with Abigail, Lovely, Baby Hotline, Mean by Taylor Swift, Break My Heart by Dua Lipa, Hey Siri by Salem something. Not everyone filled out their favorite songs. I have one student who's a little older and she's incredibly shy. / I don't know if she really wants to be there. She's an older sibling. So I hope that she comes out of her shell, but I think she's the only one. She's very, very reserved. That's okay. So here we go. I'm really happy with my group. And if Olivia and Haley come, that'd be cool too. They were the two last year that really didn't want to be there, so it would be cool to see them again because I know they had a good time and I know they'd have more fun being able to do what they want than they did last year. Last year I think they felt like they were babysitting because they had the youngest boy at their table. It wasn't Niall, it was another student. And that's another reason I put the tables together. But I'm really happy with this space. I'm really happy with the way they did. They, were able to go and get their stuff for the most part. Whenever there was something that I needed to correct, it was mostly just that the little boy, I think, the young boy. But that was like what it was last year too. There was a different young boy who was the same age. Six is an intense age for boys, so I'm kind of taking note because that's what we're coming up on as a mom. They're a little sassy, but we're good. Everything went great, and these things are not a big deal. I should be able to get them, no problem. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing weekly debriefs. I just wanted to put this here. I'll share some artwork if I get permission to share. Mal was kind of taking over the Polaroid, so I had to take that away. So I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out. He was like pulling the paper out and cutting it, and I'm like, what are you doing? No. He was doing fine up until that point, so yeah. It's all good. It really is. It's all good. It's not a big deal. Everyone's very self-directed, and I'm really happy to help facilitate that. Thunder again? Alright, I'm gonna let you go. Have a good one.